upset, and to watch everybody just kind of fall in line and backpedal from there. Really profound. It is really something to watch. It's actually terrifying, to be honest with you, because it really shows the influence and the lockstep kind of situation that we're dealing with. Makes it hard to kind of figure out how to communicate.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're pinpointing it right where it belongs. I've been and I always say I am the most skeptical person. I am not one who is prone towards conspiracy at all, because I tend to think putting a group of human beings together and keep a secret, I think is pretty fucking hard to do. So I am very anti-conspiracy theory, except for this one. Because I remember early on hearing the story about Bill Barr's father, who was we talked about this before, who was the headmaster of the Dalton School in Manhattan, who had hired Epstein even before he had a degree in college. And he had no degree in math, but he was hired as a math teacher without a degree at the age of like 20, 21, I went to a prep school, and every one of my teachers had at minimum a master's degree, and most of them from pretty prestigious schools. Nobody had a teacher that didn't have a degree, and so this is all it's just bizarre. It's not bizarre. It's part of the story. And there's other things related to his father and how he got fired, and how that was related to Epstein getting fired, and then Epstein getting hired for, I think it was Bear Stearns, by somebody whose kid went to Dalton School. There's so much stuff about the origination story with Bill Barr, and then he magically shows up, how many years later, exactly at the time that Epstein is in prison, and he recuses himself. So he acknowledges his relationship, but it doesn't mean that he didn't order him killed. I mean, those are two separate things. And there's the whole thing with Alex Acosta, who became the labor secretary, who was the prosecutor in charge of his bullshit prosecution. There are so many things about this that are clearly wrong, and clearly Trump is in the middle of it. Clearly Trump was Epstein's best friend for 15 years. Clearly Epstein used to use Mar-a-Lago as a base of operation for many years, and many people know about that. There are so many pictures and details of Trump being involved. So it's the major one. Now, the thing I love about it is it's horrendous, and it's awful to think that Donald Trump was part of this underage sex ring. It's horrendous. It's awful. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't have any more to do with being president, other than character, than Hillary's emails. It really is sort of, it's horrible, terrible, and awful. But it's not like, I designed and fomented a coup, a violent coup, an insurrection, and tried to steal an election. That's sort of more relevant. And so this is sort of interesting, because in a way, the maggots and the people from the right have always used Hillary's emails, Hunter Biden's laptops. It's always been something that was sort of so stupid that fighting against it was like boxing, air. Because it's like, how do you box air? Because at the end of the day, why do Hillary's emails even matter compared to an insurrection, let's say? It's crazy. So I think this is going to, despite the fact that everybody has been obedient, and Fox News and everybody else is like shut down within